everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. To start the year out strong, I wanted to do a video in my series of 20 habits, which I started, was it 2 years ago or 1 year ago? I did a set part 2 and now I'm doing another part for college students. So this is 20 habits of successful college students because we are at the start of a new year, but also the start of a new semester. I'm going into my second semester of college, and so today I'm going to be sharing some tips that I learned to help myself have a successful last semester. And of course, I haven't had too much experience with college, so I asked older students, fellow students, and also in some of my classes we talked about things we learned throughout the first semester, so I jotted down some notes and we have 20 tips to share with you today. Obviously that's a lot, so let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, the first tip is to write your due dates in your planner at the start of the semester. I did this last semester and it saved me so much. I always knew when things were due. So the first day of classes, when you get that syllabus, go in your planner that evening. It's going to take a little bit, but color code it if you want, and write down the due dates months in advance all the way for the whole semester on the monthly spread of your planner. Also, while you're doing that, look up your final schedule. And it may seem a little crazy to write down your final schedule at the start of a semester when it's months away, but usually schools put up their final schedule at the start of a semester, so look it up online wherever you find yours and write down those dates so that you know already ahead of time and it's not the day before a final and you don't know when it is. You wrote it down back in January, so you're good. That will also help you know when you have to schedule flights or vacations or trips, when you can leave to go home, all of that stuff, so you're not scheduling a plane ride while you have a final. When you're making your schedule, this is a tip that I learned from YouTubers, and it is to not only look at the class time, but who the professor is, and look up the professors on something like Rate My Professor. That's not perfect, but it's definitely going to help you find professors that you want. And so not only look at the class times, but also at the professor names. Also, with making your schedule for next semester, try to make a schedule that fits your needs. So if you are more focused in the evenings, choose night classes. Even though at my school that's not usually the time people want to go to classes, choose them and then you have more spots open. Or if you know you're better if you wake up early and go, or maybe mid-afternoon is when you focus the best, know yourself and then fit your schedule to your needs. This is one I swear by, and it is to wake up at least 1 hour before your first class, whether you're in high school or college. I find that when you have the time to get out of bed slowly, you know, do your hair, do your makeup if you want, make a nice breakfast, or read a book if you want, like whatever you want to do in the mornings, just having that little bit of extra time helps set the tone for the day and helps make getting up a little bit easier because the first thing you're doing isn't rushing to class. We all know this one, but start studying for tests at least a week in advance. Set your goals for the semester to get an A in every class. Even if maybe you're not used to getting A's or you know it's going to be a really hard class, don't set yourself up for a B. Try to set yourself up for an A, and then if you fall a little short and get that B or get a C, like that's okay. You still did your best to reach for an A, because if you're only reaching for a B, all you're going to get is a B because you're not going to work hard enough to get the A. So why not just reach for the A and see where you can go? My next tip I definitely utilized this past semester, and it was find tutors or resources that you need. I definitely got some tutoring help through my school for statistics, and it was great. Definitely recommend. No shame. Get outside feedback on your papers. This is so important. Even if it's not through a tutor or through your teacher, just sending it to your roommate or a friend back home or your parents to read over it, just for those grammatical errors that you may miss reading it through. I also love to read mine out loud, but even when I do that, I still miss things. So get outside feedback. Also on projects. Successful students have their ideal study environment. Find out whether you work better with light noise, with loud noise, in a coffee shop with, you know, ample ways to buy food, or maybe if that's too distracting, you need to go to someplace like the library where there aren't those options. Figure out where your study spot is at the beginning of the semester, try out a few different ones, and then find yours so you have a go-to spot. I found that successful students really stayed on top of their grades. So in high school, you maybe could email your professor asking what your grade was in the class if you didn't know, but in college, you can't really do that. So if your professor isn't giving you your grades frequently, I had one professor, you didn't know your final grade until the final grades came out. So you have to keep track of everything yourself. Usually they'll tell you how they are gonna grade things on the syllabus, what percentage it is, and then use a grade tracker, which you can find just by Googling grade tracker, and try to calculate your average throughout the semester, not just at the end. So you know what you need to put your effort into. My next habit is to make time for friends and self-care. So whether your self-care, the way you recharge, is going out with friends, make sure to make time to do that. Or if self-care for you is staying in and watching a movie by yourself, like whatever it is, don't overwork yourself. You need time to reset and recharge. Believe me, it was the best thing for me. Print papers and projects at least the day before. This helped me so much. I saw so many freshmen at the printer in our lobby stressing out because they were trying to print a paper 10 minutes before their class started, and then the printer was broken, it just didn't work, and they were stressing out. And I was like, why the heck did you put this stress on yourself? Like, if you would have just printed it out the night before, go ahead and put it in your folder, in your backpack, you're ready to go, and there's no stress in the morning or right before class. Like, that was just such an easy fix to me. Like, as soon as you finish the paper, you cramming it in the night before, even if you do that, at least print it then. My next tip is to get involved with something at your school, and this is a great way I found to make friends. And Belmont is such a small school that just by being a part of 1 or 2 clubs that I did, I did a leadership week too, I already met so many cool people and I saw them on campus all around, and so it kind of instantly makes you recognizable. If you're on a smaller campus and you're involved in a lot of things, a lot of people will know you, you'll know a lot of people, and you'll probably just feel more comfortable if you know more people. If you're on a bigger campus though, it's also going to really help with that initial making friends, is what I've learned and found from other friends at other schools. So whatever it is, choir, knitting, a language group, like whatever it is, find your people. My next habit is to keep a clean room. I thought our room was kind of messy throughout the year just because it was clean, but it wasn't always tidy. You know, throughout the week we'd be sitting, there'd be books on the floor and stuff. And then I went into some people's dorms and there were clothes on the floor, you couldn't walk. And I was just like, how can you focus? Like, it just seems like the worst atmosphere to me. So do yourself a favor, stay on top of laundry, stay on top of cleaning, everything, and it's just going to help you feel much more relaxed when you come back to your dorm. If you like studying in your dorm, it's going to help you stay focused. And I personally think your surroundings are like a vision of inside your mind, and if so I have things cluttered and frantic as I go to bed, my mind's going to be cluttered and frantic before I go to bed. But if everything's neat and organized, my mind feels calmer, I feel calmer, I feel like I can relax in my dorm, or I feel like I can study if I need to. Just keep a clean dorm. Next habit going along with that is having a Sunday routine. I say Sunday just because I feel like that's the day that most people like to do their laundry and clean and stuff like that. And so I have a video on my channel I put up at the beginning of the semester of my Sunday routine, basically where I clean, organize, plan for the week ahead. And so if you want to watch that, you can check it out. My next habit is to celebrate the small victories. If you get an A, even on the smallest homework assignment, like treat yourself to ice cream in the cafeteria, or take yourself to your favorite boutique to look around, like whatever it is. Just celebrate small victories with small rewards or big rewards, however you want to go. Next habit is to stay active. I was listening to a podcast with some other college YouTube girls, and they said that when they work out right after, they feel really motivated, and so they feel really motivated. And the same thing with my boyfriend too. Like, as soon as he works out, he feels really motivated, and so that's when he likes to go do homework, is after he works out. And that resonated with me. That's exactly how I feel too. Whenever I get back from a run usually, or a bar class, I shower and then I'm like ready to go. I'm like, okay, what can I get done? I'm being super productive because I already got my workout in, so what am I going to do now? The mentality of like, okay, I got my workout in, like now let me focus and do something else productive. That, along with the endorphins, is just like the perfect equation for getting stuff done. If I had to teach myself a lot of times when I was in a slump while studying, just to go for a run, even for 10 minutes, like a 10-minute jog, come back, it did the fix. Way better than coffee, sadly.
So I definitely forgot a tip, but here it is for you guys. It is to try to eat healthy throughout the week on campus. If you're paying for a meal plan, might as well get the probably more expensive healthier option. Healthier foods usually tend to cost more, so why not try to eat healthy, use your money wisely, and find the alternatives in your cafeteria, or if you have a meal plan, wherever you use it.
And then my last habit is to just call home or stay in touch with people that you love in your hometown. You know, maybe there is no one that you want to stay in touch with, and if so, you maybe need this new fresh start in a new city or a new place, new environment, and that's okay. But for many of us, I know we probably missing friends or family, and so stay in touch. Don't be strangers. Don't just keep up with people through Snapchat and Instagram. Like, actually schedule calls with your friends. I found when I did that, after I get off the call, it just put my life in perspective in my new atmosphere, and it kind of brought me back to my roots, and I was like, okay, I can do this. This is why I'm here. Okay guys, that was it for this video. My 20 habits. I hope I got all them in there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it was any help, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share with your fellow friends. These could also be used for high school students too. So yes, share with your friends, give a like and a comment, subscribe if you want more goal setting videos in 2019, and I will see you guys in my next one. Okay, bye. Peace out.